Hey, how's it going? Marty Schwartz here. I have a really cool, well, it's not that cool, it's really helpful. Let's put it that way. It's just kind of it's not necessarily a musical exercise. It's really just a technique exercise. But that's a good thing, you know. Sometimes you gotta go into the shed and lock the door behind you and, you know, shed some stuff out and you know, you're better off for it. The whole point of the exercise is to build your alternate picking, because when we first start playing, like like the pentatonic scale, I think most people learn it with all downstrokes, but then eventually, if you've had a teacher, they want you to alternate every pick, and it makes sense because think about it: if you're doing all downstrokes, every downstroke you do, to do the next downstroke, your hand has to come up to do another downstroke. Why not pick it on the way up too? You can play twice as fast. But the thing is, when we're alternating our picking as we're switching strings, I still get caught up sometimes on certain things. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take two strings, and I could do it with the open strings. I could do it with the chord, the D chord. I can do it with anything I want, because the whole point is just a right hand exercise. That's all it is. It's really good for you. What we're going to do is we're going to play two strings. I'm going to play the B and the high E string. And here's what you do. No matter what you're doing, you have to alternate every pick. All right? So, for instance, if I'm on the B string and I just want to pick that a bunch of times, every pick's going to be alternating between down and up. And the next string, too. Practice the scale. Alternate every pick. Also, you can pick one string and get into a groove and just alternate and see what you can do, like that kind of thing helps. But here's the exercise. I'm just gonna cover my first finger over the 5th fret of the B and the high E string right there. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna alternate every pick, but this is the catch. We'll play only one note on one string, but two notes on the other string. And what you'll see is it's going to alternate every single time. I think if you just see what I'm doing, you're going to see what I mean. Because if I'm alternating every pick, and I do two downs on the first string and only one on this, I'm going to go down, up, down, and then up, down, up. Okay, so we got a real tight shot here, and I want to show you what I'm talking about. It's amazing for your coordination. So if I did two notes on the B string and one note on the high E, and I have to alternate every single pick, it's going to constantly be changing because it's an uneven number. So if I do two if I do two picks on the B string, down, up, then my next pick has to be down on the high E. So watch that again. Down, up, down. But since I did a down, my next pick has to be an up. So when I get to the B string again, now it's going to be up, down, up. So it alternates every possibility as you do it. You just go real slow. Thank you, because I can't say and do that at the same time. But watch. Yeah, by the way, I'm fretting the B and the high E string on the 5th fret with my first finger. So notice that it's really happening with the wrist. Hi, I'm the brains behind the picture. If you saw what I was doing, it was just lots of wrist action, all about that. When it comes to getting into your picking, it's all, you'll see guys all in that wrist. Let's see here. just remember, the end result is that you want to, be flowing your improvising with your alternate picking for efficiency. But the actual exercise that I just did, you just got to start really, really slow, be really patient with it. And, I would say don't do it too long. Just, if you're, totally engulfed in it, then cool. But it's not something that I ever did for more than like 10 minutes, but it's amazing. It works out a lot of the coordination. You can, pick two, bundles of strings, two different strings to do it on. And it'll really open up that alternate picking. So, if we're talking about just technique, then this is a really good one I found. Okay? So work away, and we'll see you at the next lesson.